This video has been approved for all audiences.
Boy, oh boy. I can't wait to start our new show.
Yeah. Whew. Man, I can't believe it took us forever to get to this point, especially after Duchess put us on a film ban.
Well, that's what happens when you plan to slap the Shopkins. Besides, saying those mean things to those Hatchimals wasn't cool, even if it was Tart-Face the one who said those things.
Yeah. Like, we used to have so much fun when we were kids. I mean, when did the fun suddenly go away? I think it went away when Mimsy came to our school. Remember that?
How could I forget? I mean, how can we all forget when we were back in school, when we were kids, and we did whatever we wanted and got away with it?
That was until
Many years earlier.
Okay, so when did this all begin?
Oh, I think it all began in kindergarten with Miss Ruby.
Wait, Miss Ruby had a purple head and a blue bow on her neck? I don't know. I can't even remember our first grade teacher, let alone our kindergarten teacher.
Okay, guys, can you quit interrupting the story?
Sorry.
Okay, as I remember, we were all in Miss Ruby's class, and we had a special guest come in, like this. Okay, class, today we have a special guest coming in. Everyone, I want you to say hello to Miss Mimsy Taylor Moore. Hello, kids. I'm glad to see all of you are here today. Let me tell you everything that I do. Is it true that you are on a lot of YouTube shows? Why, yes, little girl, I was. And let me tell you about some of the shows that I was on. Okay, to be honest though, I barely remember everything about that day. Like, Mimsy talked about all her shows, but I just kind of got bored.
I don't blame you, Katrina. I mean, I could barely keep my eyes open. The story is just so boring. Well, that's not to say I didn't save the show.
Yeah, Rocky, I remember you saying this. So then, Susie and I were...
Excuse me! Excuse me!
Yes, young man, what were you saying?
Look, I get that we're glad you're here and all, but we kind of don't want to hear stories about you being on TV, which is something we're never going to be.
Nice save, Rocky.
Thanks, Katrina.
Well, unfortunately, Miss Ruby was not impressed. Rocky, Katrina, be respectful, okay? I don't want to have to assign you kids detention. Again. They had detention back in kindergarten? Times were different, Cameron. Anyway, towards the end of her presentation, Mimsy asked us to tell her about what we wanted to do when we got as big as she was.
And what did we say to her?
I believe we all said this. When I grow up, I want to be a pop singer. That is very interesting. If you keep that up, you will one day be a great singer.
Blah. Like that'll ever happen.
And what about you kids? What would you like to do when you grow up? Poof! That's easy. we're gonna be a comedy group.
Yeah, we're going to be a comedy group and we're going to tell bad jokes to people and make them all laugh. Like, ever heard of the one about the pirate who bought a ship? Oh, yeah. I heard it cost him an arm and a leg. Unfortunately, the rest of the class did not think it was funny. Because here's how they reacted. Boo! Your jokes suck! Oh, that is so mean and offensive.
I don't think your jokes were funny, guys. They were mean. Yeah, right, Cameron. And so is your dream of being a writer. Your stories are lame.
Yeah! How can you say that her stories are lame and your jokes are funny? Your jokes are bad, just like Amanda the toy monkey. Really, Leo? Name's Maddox. Whatever, dude. What sort of dumb dreams do you have that you think are going to get past our dreams? Really? Like you guys wouldn't even care. But I'll tell you anyway. One day, I'm going to be featured at the end of every YouTube video produced by Moonflix DreamWorks, and I'm going to roar.
That's the dumbest dream I ever heard.
Yeah, like that'll ever happen. Please, you think that a lion is going to be able to make it in showbiz? I don't think so. Dude, you clearly haven't heard of Leo the Lion, haven't you? He roars in all the MGM videos. Huh. So, there you go. It don't matter, man. You are never, ever, ever going to make it in showbiz. So why don't you go live in a zoo like your family?
Okay, that is it. I have had enough of you kids. You're all heading straight for detention. I'm sorry you hadn't witnessed this, Mimsy. These four are clearly not well behaved. That's okay, Miss Ruby. I had a couple of people I know who don't behave well either. I call them the Three Stooges, and not for a good reason.
You guys, mark my words. You made fun of me for the last time, and you made fun of the rest of your classmates for the last time. One day, I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to come after you. No more bullying, no more mean jokes, no more you guys. You got it? When I get you, and I will, you are finished.
Wow. Just as you thought that those guys wouldn't do anything else that's stupid, they just had to do the stupidest thing ever.
Comedy act. Can you believe it? Blech. I hope their comedy act fails.
Many years later.
Really? You guys did that? Wow. I don't want to offend you, but you guys were the worst.
No kidding, Cameron. Ugh. We got detention for the rest of the year because of that. Not to mention, we had to apologize to everyone we made fun of publicly. I'll never forget that day. Sorry we told you that your story sucked and that because of that you had to spend the rest of your school years in the counselor's office. Ugh. I never should have done that. We were idiots.
Yeah, it was true that we were miserable jerks while we were in school. But hey, it could have been worse. Indeed, it could have been worse. Like, it took Camille years before she had the courage to sing in public. And the rest of the others, a lot of them didn't even go to college. But hey, at least you guys get to take off on your dumb TV show.
Well, it took them a while, but they're all doing great at some of the things they said they were going to do in kindergarten. Except for one thing.
I wonder what happened to Maddox. Like, did he ever go into the zoo like the rest of his family did?
I don't know, but something tells me that Maddox took a different path in life. And boy, we are all in for it. Because we're going to be on YouTube, and guess what? I just saw him in a YouTube video, and all I can say is, what he told us back in kindergarten is about to come to fruition.
Yeah, right. Like that'll ever happen.
Who's laughing now, losers?